Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Goodness me, so much has changed since I last uploaded a YouTube video. I know I'm not great at these, I can only apologize, but I've got a really great video for you today. But first, my name has changed. I'm no longer known as Curly Colleen. I did a rebrand a couple of months ago. I am now known as Curl Maven. You can follow me on Instagram, the website, everything's been updated, so you can check me out there. Also, my hair is really long now, which is part of the reason why I'm here today. So, as we all know, lockdown, COVID, hairdressers, stylists have all been closed, but gradually over the next few weeks and months, as they reopen and the whole world needs a trim, I'm going to talk you through what you need to do to show your hairstylist the exact length and shape and cut that you want for your hair, so that you don't walk out of the salon disappointed or feeling like your hairstylist got a little bit too scissor happy and didn't understand what it was that you wanted. Okay, so the first thing that I recommend you do when you go into a salon, before you even get to the point of getting to a salon, I think what's most important is that you find a hairstylist that is really good at cutting hair, as opposed to just someone who is good at cutting curly hair, for example. The looser your curl pattern and texture, the less important it is for you to have a dry curl by curl cut. If you've got looser curls and waves, a wet cut is absolutely fine. There's less of a chance for your hair to bounce up and spring up and then completely alter the shape of your hair when it's dry compared to when it's wet, as if you had a much thicker, tighter, kinky, coily, afro kind of hair type and texture. For those kind of tighter curl types and patterns, then yes, it is more important to get a dry curl by cut shape. Curl by cut? Curl by curl shape. Either way, when you go into the hair salon, here's some quick and easy tips you can show your stylist so that they know exactly what it is that you mean. Yes, bringing in photos and inspo pics and hair goals and all that kind of stuff will help, but what often happens is people are bringing in those pictures, hair goals, inspo pics of people whose hair is not like theirs, and so it's actually quite hard for the stylist to see themselves how to get your hair to look like someone else's, which is so different, and also to get you to understand that they may not be realistic expectations or goals for your hair. But here's what will work every single time, because it's using your hair. For curly, wavy hair, I recommend getting layers, long layers, if you want the best shape, definition, and volume for your hair. Getting a blunt cut is going to give you a triangle look, or it's just going to leave all the curls sitting on top of each other and not giving them the room and the space to breathe and kind of show off their best definition. So when you are sat in your chair, facing the mirror, your stylist is beside you, behind you, or maybe they're in front of you, the best thing you can do is have your hair down, loose, styled, but not without you don't want too many products in your hair, because then it's just gonna be way too hard to cut if it's doing a dry cut. If they're gonna be doing a wet cut on your hair, then absolutely fine, go in with however many styling products you would usually apply to get the desired look that you are going for. Sit in front of the stylist, have your hair down in a natural parting, however it would naturally fall. You don't want to be doing too many flips and all that kind of jazz with your hair. Just let it fall naturally and let it hang where it naturally does. The best way to do that is kind of give it a bit of a shake and a bit of a fluff, just to see where it's naturally falling and hanging. Then you take your opposite hand over to the top of the other side, and just in this top section of your hair, you want to pull up just that top section. You can already see the difference in the shape and the layers that is now creating in my hair. So use your top hand to show what kind of shape that you are looking for, and use your bottom hand to show what length you are willing to go to, whether that is just a little trim at the ends like this, whether you're happy to go a little bit shorter. I think the world needs about 3 or 4 inches off their hair at this point, or if you're happier to go for a more of a full kind of big chop kind of style, then you can fold it under or kind of do something like this with your hands, and that is how you're going to show your stylist instantly the length and the shape that you are looking for on your hair, your curl pattern, your texture, all of that kind of stuff. And they will know immediately where they need to cut, how much they need to take off, what kind of a shape it is that you're looking for. For anybody that is worried that by doing this you're going to lose too much length off of your hair and it's going to be just all thin and scraggly, admittedly I do have a lot of hair, but I'm going to pick up this hair and show you just how much of it is just coming from that top section, all of this, and then this little front section here. So all of my length that I want to retain is from here. It's literally just this top section that I am picking up to create that shape. And then the same on the other side, just pick your other hand up, and again it's just this top area here that you're lifting. Can you see that difference and the difference it makes in the shape and the layers? And then with this hand I'll say this is how short I'm willing to go, and this is the kind of shape and layers that I'm looking for. In general, I don't recommend going shorter layers, shorter than either the bottom of your chin and then all the way down, depending on how long your hair is. If you have shorter hair or you're looking for a much more choppy, layered, volume, definition look, then you can go as short as the top of your jawbone there of your shortest layers. But going too much shorter than that, if I was to go this short and have teeny tiny little layers up here, you definitely don't want to go higher than your eye line of where it goes across like that. The shorter the hairstyle that you go for, the more maintenance it's going to take to keep it in that style. So those are my top tips, super simple and easy, just to get the length and the shape that you want from the stylist that you go to, whether they are a curl specialist or not. Either way it works, and hopefully it makes your experience in the hair salon a much more pleasurable one, where you are walking out with the haircut that you wanted, as opposed to the haircut that you got whether you wanted it or not, or it's a bit shorter or anything like that. In terms of damage, just because I do want to touch on that as well, because there's some of us that haven't been into the hairdressers for sometimes maybe even up to a year, but definitely for the last like 4 to 6 months. If you have a ton of damage at the ends of your hair, you are just better off getting all of that damage cut off. If you've got 6 inches of damage, it's not going to do a whole amount to just get 3 or 4 inches cut off. You may as well cut just above the damage. How you will know where the place is for you to cut your hair is where the curls kind of are beautifully and defined, and then they just kind of frazzle out a bit. The curl pattern gets looser, frizzier or drier. It's just above that that you want to make the little snip, so that your curls are juicy and defined and hydrated from root to tip. If you would like any tips or advice on what to do, what to ask for, what to bring and what to avoid if you are going to see a regular hairstylist that isn't particularly a curl specialist, I have a blog post on that. I will put that in the link below. I hope that you found this video helpful. It was just a short and sweet one. If you haven't followed me on Instagram already, please do so. You can now find me at Curl Maven, and my website has also been updated to curlmaven.ie. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you, not sure when, in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.